All right, welcome. I'm glad that you've joined me today. Every experience begins with a thought, and our experience changes when we change that thought. In this series, we will focus on the thoughts and emotions relating to special meridian points located along the sides of the spine and corresponding to the vertebrae. They are called the Huatuojiaji points, and each point connects to a specific area of your body and nervous system. We will be working on opening the Huatuojiaji points along the spine to increase chi flow and activation of the nervous system. So your body has access to the life force and information it needs to heal itself. I will help you to do this through Qigong healing and the use of forgiveness and affirmations. We will be working on lumbar 2 or L2, and it is all about the beautiful relationship of the kidneys and our abundant flow of qi throughout our lives. When L2 is blocked, we may experience kidney troubles or feel blocked and stuck in life. Kidneys play a vital role in our ability to flow and accept goodness in life. And by unblocking the L2, our energy and zest for life and the ability to move forward and engage with new, exciting projects will increase. In flow with life, we are the creators of new and beautiful things. When it's out of balance, it can inhibit the flow of the sacral chakra and our connection to our own ability to create the life that we want. By clearing the stagnant energy in each point and infusing it with life force energy, your body will have what it needs to correct and harmonize any dysfunction that has accumulated over the years. Life happens, and whether we choose it or not, it can have a great impact on how we live our lives or view our lives. We will identify areas where energy is inflamed, stuck, stagnant, and refusing to flow because of old beliefs, dependence, controlling experiences, shame and humiliations, fears, stories, people, lifestyles, attitudes, and demands. We'll focus on beliefs that your mind is ready to embrace or release, where it is ready for change, progress, and transformation. Embrace these thoughts. Feel them deep within your body, your mind, and your soul, and allow them into your heart, because you are absolutely worthy of every virtue, and you are worthy of every life-giving belief. As you hear these statements and let them into your heart, they will transform you gently, profoundly, and bring greater and higher good into your life. So let's take a deep breath and we will start. Place your hand on your chest, touching the two fear points with your thumb and index finger that are located right below your collarbone. These spots may be tender. Hold your hand there and you can massage these points if they are tender. Or you can hold your hands in prayer position at your heart space. This is particularly effective if you're holding rare earth magnets or with the south pole on your right side, or you can hold a favorite gemstone like selenite, jade, or anything that feels good to you. Okay, so now imagine looking into a mirror and looking into your eyes and talking directly into your soul. In this moment, speak this maxim to yourself with the care and compassion you would give to the most apprehensive of beings. So take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Now let's say this one more time, speaking it into the L2 vertebrae, increasing the life force with honest kindness and respect for its importance, place, and function in your body. So take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. We will breathe after each statement, consciously creating new pathways of response and allowing the energy to freely and lovingly flow. So listen carefully to each statement and try to repeat after me in your mind. And it's okay that if you can't repeat, that you just listen and absorb. So I give myself permission to bring up and address the unconscious beliefs that have kept me stuck in patterns of response that bring harm to myself and others. And breathe. I give myself permission to forgive the people and institutions that have influenced my beliefs when they have encouraged distorted ideas, even when they believed it was good. And breathe. I forgive those in my life experiences so far who intentionally or unintentionally caused me harm because of their own broken and distorted interpretations of life. Breathe. I forgive myself for my incorrect interpretation of the love and care offered to me by those who truly wanted to show love. Breathe. I ask others to forgive me when I have hurt or caused harm because of my mistaken interpretation of reality. Breathe. I forgive myself for any resistance I have toward embracing all that is good, lovely, and precious. Breathe. I forgive myself for believing that miraculous transformation, healing, change, and opportunities only happen after long, toiling effort, self-degradation, or that they don't happen for me. Breathe. I embrace all opportunities, gifts, and love that flow to me without hesitation or skepticism, but with thankfulness and gratitudes. Breathe. I give myself permission to surrender and allow for the highest and greatest good to come to me, transform me, and remake me. Breathe. I forgive myself for distorting my alignment with myself, with the great creator, and with great nature, because I do not know my true self. And breathe. I give myself permission to accept my true self and clear the blockages that keep me distorted in my physical health, my emotional health, my social health, and my spiritual health. Breathe. I give myself permission to take responsibility for whatever comes into my presence with gratitude and calmness. And breathe. I forgive myself for knowingly or unknowingly creating the emotional and physical patterns that block my flow and connection to myself, heaven, earth, or humanity. Breathe. I give myself permission to grow and evolve by giving up the stories of the past so that the universe can write new ones. Breathe. I love and accept myself now as I begin to understand and accept the corrections to any false programming and beliefs I might have received in my lifetime. Breathe. I love and accept myself as I align myself to think and feel in the way the universe thinks and feels. accepting the miracles that flow through me, around me, above me, and below me. And breathe. I love and accept that the universe is highly flexible, and I can be too, because when I am flexible, which is in harmony with the universe, I am open to the infinite possibilities, and then possibilities appear. Breathe. I forgive myself for placing limits on how I view my life. And breathe. I forgive myself for all the times that I get stuck in the past of my childhood and cannot see a way out, just like a child. And breathe. I forgive myself for forgetting that with age comes experience, and I have survived so far, so there is always a solution to move forward. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid to move forward and to flow into new things because I fear getting hurt. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that fear will keep me safe. And breathe. I forgive myself for letting fear hold me back from all the goodness and joy that is mine to receive. And breathe. I ask others to forgive me for every time I am afraid to act, and it hurts them and causes them pain. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that it's okay for others to be hurt as long as I'm not hurt. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that change and moving forward means denying parts of my being and shutting down and disowning what is happening in my life. And breathe. I forgive myself for hurting others because of my lack of self-awareness. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that I am a loser and I have lost in the game of life. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that life is a game or a battle that can be won or lost. And breathe. I forgive myself for using anger to prove that I'm a winner. And breathe. I forgive myself for being angry with myself when I don't live up to my distorted expectations of life. Breathe. I forgive myself for believing that I'm a victim when I am overpowered by others or my hopes are crushed. And breathe. I forgive myself for showing no mercy to my own weakness. Breathe. I forgive myself for believing that weakness is a sign of failure. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that I need to be supported because I can't do it myself. And breathe. I forgive myself for being jealous of the easy life of others. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that life must have burdens and struggles to be worth anything. And breathe. I forgive myself for denying my own creativity. And breathe. I forgive myself for hating my body. And breathe. I forgive myself for feeling indifferent and separated from the masculine within me and also from the feminine within me. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid of life and blocking the flow of good that comes to me. And breathe. I forgive myself for holding on to tension and fear, preventing me from truly knowing peace. And breathe. I forgive myself for continuing to stand in a situation that I hate because I feel overworked and burdened. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid to move forward with joy because I am discouraged by the amount of work that appears before me. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid of what might happen and stopping the flow of life. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that being a baby was a better life than an adult life of thinking and acting for myself. And breathe. I forgive myself for willingly turning over my power to others to make decisions about my life and not liking what they choose from me. And breathe. I give myself permission to call up and transform, transmute, release, and remove all rejection of wisdom, refusal to know or understand, indecision, resentment and blame, limitations from my parents or culture, misalignment with life, denial of my spiritual self, all for the highest and greatest good of myself and others. Breathe. I now give myself permission to see the past, present, and future clearly and honestly. And breathe. I give myself permission to unblock both sides of the Huatuo points of L2, opening and activating the flow of qi and information through L2, communicating freely with all parts of my body, mind, and spirit, and raising the quality of my thoughts. And breathe. I give myself permission to take responsibility for every aspect of creating the life that supports me and that I love. And breathe. I give myself permission to gain wisdom through joyfully accepting the experiences of life in all their diversity. And breathe. I give myself permission to release all that keeps me from seeing and hearing the truth. And breathe. Without limitations, I am free to align my life with my spiritual self and the energies of the universe. And breathe. When I am aligned with truth and love, I am free to believe that divine action for good is always taking place in my life. Breathe. I am free to believe that good can come from each and every experience. Breathe. I am free to be accountable for myself. And breathe. I am free to feel safe and to care for myself because I love and approve of me. Breathe. I am free to choose thoughts that make me feel good and keep me in balance. Breathe. I am free to be harmonious with myself and the world around me, embracing my true and honest self. And breathe. I am free to feel safe being who I am. And breathe. I am free to live my own unique life that is meant only for me. And breathe. I am free to stand in truth and live and move in joy. And breathe. I am free to love life and to bring out the goodness all around me. And breathe. I am free to relax and let life flow joyously and have my mind be at peace. And breathe. I am free to grow beyond my parents' limitations and live for myself. And breathe. I am free to take my turn and be accountable for the life that was meant for me to live. And breathe. I am now free to be limitless. And breathe. I am free to have the power, strength, and knowledge to handle everything in my life, perfectly aligned and supported in all things. Breathe. With the power of my divine consciousness, I now create connection and harmony with all things in myself and in my world in a way that inspires kindness, friendliness, honesty, and goodwill. And breathe. With that divine consciousness, I can now flow genuine love and sincere compassion to all that is in my range of influence, and freely offering connection from the brightest place of my heart. So take a long, deep breath and release all that does not align with truth and love. And I leave this blessing with you. Like the joy of the sea coming home to shore, may the relief of laughter rinse your soul. As the wind loves to call things to dance, may your gravity be lightened by grace. Like the dignity of moonlight restoring the earth, may your thoughts incline with reverence and respect. As water takes whatever shape it is in, so free may you be about who you become. As silence smiles on the other side of what is said, may your sense of irony bring perspective. And as time remains free of all that it frames, may your mind stay clear of it and its names. May your prayer of listening deepen enough to hear the depths, to hear in the depths the laughter of God. You are now creating new alignments and stronger and more powerful beliefs, letting go of the stories of the past and creating new and supportive and harmonious ones to manifest the peace, happiness, and calm that is divinely gifted to you at all times. So smile and embrace the universe as you start making a positive difference in your world. Godspeed.